Hi. Cannot believe it's April 1st. So April Fool, everybody. I just wanted to come to you today to show you another. I'm going to lump this into the jeans jacket category, even though it really is not a jeans jacket, but it's in the same kind of feeling for me. This is another jacket I had gotten from Chico's, and this is the look. It's quilted, and this one is a little bit longer. It has a very nice trim. It's kind of, it's got a little bit of silver in it, mixed with kind of a ribbon trim. And it's really attractive. The inside of this is nice too. This one is in my animal print that I'm so fond of. And it's actually nice to wear with an animal print top, which I don't have out at the moment. So I just wanted to show you that. And as I say, it's really nice. The one problem with this jacket, the outside of it is polyurethane. When it's warm out, it's a little bit like wearing a plastic bag. So it could be good for weight loss, but it does have an attractive look as you're sweating in it. But for this kind of weather, it's certainly not a problem. Now, I have an appointment with the second surgeon tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. And they're promising snow, more snow, tonight into tomorrow. And I said, I cannot believe this, it's April. It's April, what happened to my wish? It's spring. So hoping that the weather is not too bad. I'm assuming it can't be terrible, please God. And I will certainly update on what happens after that appointment. And again, today is really, really quick. I have to tell you something that a couple of my viewers mentioned in a very recent video that really resonated with me, and I just wanted to touch on it. And that is when I was talking about, was I talking too much? Because I was losing subscribers in greater numbers than I normally do, and there is that vacillation where it goes up and down, but this was more significant, and I thought perhaps I was talking too much or depressing people or whatever. And what a couple of you said was, maybe it wasn't that they didn't want to see it or that they were running away from it, but perhaps it was because they cared more for me and because they couldn't face it. And I thought, isn't that interesting? Because we always tend to look at things in the way that we look at them, and it may have nothing to do with reality. They could be right, they may not, but it's an interesting thought because we never know what the other person is thinking, and certainly the things that impact us impact other people too in their own way. So they have to be able to deal with it the best way that they can. So I'm very comfortable with whatever happens here. I would like to film as much as I can because I'm not sure what's going to happen with all the treatment and how much I'll be able to film. I certainly plan to update as I can, and will do that through the process as much as I'm able to. But if I do have to have radiation before, I'm told it's every day, 5 days a week for 6 weeks. That's going to be intensive, and I will do the best I can, but I don't know. Some people say there are side effects. Some people say not so much, and I guess I'll find out. And I'm certainly going to share that too, because I think everybody has a right to know when they're going for something what they might look forward to. And having information out there is a good thing, as long as it's not scary information. If you are in the process of anything and you're out there looking at stuff and you start to see things that are scary, stop reading it. Stop looking at it. I started to get information because I had no familiarity whatsoever with this thing that I had. All I kept hearing is how rare it was, but I had no clue what it was about. And at this point, I have a pretty decent knowledge of what it is and what's going on and what different options there are out there. And there are many new things as well as we speak. with all of these things. And with cancer centers cropping up all over the country, it's really a wonderful thing to be able to treat people closer to home. So that can be helpful at a time that can be stressful. I'm going to give you a really quick look at my makeup today. And today, it's funny, when I was in one of the rooms that I was working on yesterday, I came across this palette. It's a Smashbox double exposure. This is one of the very first palettes I bought when I was on this quest to see what I could do with me and how to do this graceful aging thing. And this one, double exposure, was that you could get one look just using it as is, and you could get another look if you were to wet it and have it more intensive. And I actually have not tried it with the wetting it yet. It's not my favorite palette. It's just not. I'm not thrilled with Smashbox eyeshadows for me because they're very powdery. And there are others that I like so much more. However, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give it another chance. I used this silvery color in the middle, and they're calling it, I don't know what they're calling it. Let's see. Quartz. Veiled Flush Quartz Blanc. If they're calling it Blanc, I don't get it because it's really a silver gray. But when I put it on, it was very, very patchy looking, and I don't have that with anything else. So I did 2 coats of it. It was very patchy, and I wound up putting something from this really inexpensive palette on top of it, and that made it look a whole heck of a lot better. I used the black in the corner, the outer corner. I did the black down at the lash line, and I just added a little bit of blue from this one, from the top right here, under my eye, and same mascara again as I used yesterday, which was my Almay 1 coat Mega Volume with that Megaphone brush. And it came out okay today. It seemed a little bit better than it was when I first opened it yesterday. I don't think it's going to be my favorite as it turns out, but that's okay. Lipstick again, going with the neutrals and just a little bit of a line in the darker color. And it's no longer as thin a point, so it shows up a little bit more at this point. I think my neck is getting a tiny bit better, though it still needs work. So I had started the treatments up again, and we shall see. I also recently ordered my Amazon eye cream because for me there is nothing else. I've tried so many others. They're okay some of the time, but nothing works as well for me. And if something's working well, why change it? I mean, take a look at my eyes. I do not have lines at the corners of my eyes. I just don't, and have not had since I started using the Amazon. And I know, Sandy, you're out there saying, oh my God, here she goes again. But it really does work well for me, and my mobile lids are less flaccid than they were before I started using it. So just a heads up for that. And I can't think of anything else that is new. So I'm going to say once again, because it is Sunday, it is Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to all of you who celebrate it, and to all of you who celebrate Passover, happy Passover to you as well. And I will see you in a day or two, because as I say, I'm going to update you on what happens with the surgeon tomorrow. And now that Kathy got me the name of that other medical oncologist, I'm very anxious to connect with him and see what I can possibly do with that. So that's my story for the moment, and I am looking forward to seeing you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, This may not actually be put out until tomorrow because I have one that I'm putting out today, and you don't need to see me twice in one day. Take care. I will see you soon. At least today I don't have the reflection because it's earlier in the day. I'll see you.